we are here today to praise IRA-Mauritania as the modern-day torchbearer in this struggle. Modern slavery has many faces. Millions of men, women and children are still bought and sold into forced prostitution, domestic servitude, or bonded labor on farms or in factories. Families are forced to pay off debts supposedly incurred by previous generations. And prepubescent girls are forced into sham marriages where they are held prisoner, or even worse. Europeans may think this is an alien phenomenon. Sometimes that doesn't concern us very much anymore, but it's also there and here in Europe. I have had the great pleasure to visit Mauritania several times during the last year, when I was Special Representative of the Secretary General of the United Nations in Mali. It's a great, beautiful, colorful and very proud country. And I would like to honor those who struggle against this scourge, which I unfortunately have witnessed not only in Mauritania, but also in many other parts of the world, including in West Africa. In Mauritania, the government has taken steps to improve the legal framework by making slavery a criminal offense. It's a positive step that deserves to be followed up by much more concrete action, since the new rules have not eliminated at all this practice. While estimates vary widely, it is clear that in some parts of the country, slavery is still part of local culture and everyday practice. And I saw that also in the northern part of Mali and in other parts of West Africa. In many cases, it's not even perceived as being wrong. Adults and children from traditional slave castes are forced to work without pay as cattle herders or domestic servants. This is where you come in, where IRA-Mauritania comes in. And let me share some of the advice expressed by the jury, chaired by Margaret, former United Nations Special Rapporteur for Human Rights Defenders, and a formidable human rights defender herself. They noted that it takes courage, and it really does. We're living outside of Mauritania at the moment, to advocate for issues that the majority in the country doesn't seem to appreciate, and IRA-Mauritania is doing some amazing work on a focused issue in a very little known geographic region of the world. The jury highlighted the personal risks that the employees of IRA-Mauritania face. The leader of IRA is now in prison, and others campaigning for this cause face torture and harassment. And as I mentioned at the start, the Human Rights Tulip is intended to promote also innovation. In this regard, I'm very impressed by IRA-Mauritania's use of the Caravane de Liberté. They have turned this ancient symbol of slavery, the slave caravan, on its head by organizing long marches through the country to explain the law on slavery to the local population, to empower people, and to bring cases of slavery to justice when necessary. The caravan events have been very effective, are appreciated by victims and human rights defenders alike. And such events and many others bring the issue of slavery into the public eye and draw the attention of the national and international audiences. By awarding the Human Rights Tulip, the Netherlands celebrates you, the courage and human rights defenders worldwide. Human rights defenders defy the status quo. They stand up for human dignity. They speak out for freedom of expression, freedom to engage, for the right to think and the right to be yourself, for decent work, decent pay and equal opportunities for all men and women. These principles and other principles of human rights form the bedrock of the safe and stable societies that we live in. Yet they are under pressure. They are under continuous attack in Europe itself and in the arc of instability surrounding Europe, in Eastern Europe, in the Middle East and in Africa.